It has now been 7 years since the laboratory ended production, but the popularity of Charlie Snaps and his band of misfits continues to endure. Comic books, novellas, toy lines, and Halloween costumes help to keep the universe created by the Toymaker alive in the hearts of millions of fans. But one particularly enthusiastic fan is about to take the concept of fun macabre to new, dizzying heights. The year is 1954, and Playboy entrepreneur Carl Ellersby is about to open Greenhill Manor, an elaborate theme park designed to capitalize on the dark reputation of Greenhill Point, which was built on the grounds of the newly restored but no less infamous Castle Offenstein. Ellersby's park promised guests the opportunity to explore the lighter side of darkness in a place where every day is Halloween. While the park's blockbuster main attraction is the dazzling technological marvel, the Ghost Train, another ride has Ellersby and the Toymaker fans even more excited. Touted as the lost episode of the laboratory, Jungle GBs was personally designed and scripted by Ellersby and the Toymaker himself. Riders would enter a massive show building dressed to look just like the laboratory and embark on a boat ride through the jungle, accompanying Charlie Snaps and his band of misfits as they searched for the legendary Temple of Tigers. While I won't spoil the ending for you, dear listeners, let's just say things didn't quite go to plan. During the development of this attraction, Carl Ellersby and the Toymaker became close friends. During a late-night conversation over a few drinks, the Toymaker confessed to Ellersby that he missed performing with Charlie and his misfits. As so often happened with Carl, a light bulb immediately went off in his head, and the weekly live show, No Strings Attached, starring Charlie Snaps and his band of misfits, was soon born. Performed once a week inside the Pumpkin Patch Pavilion, now guests of Greenhill Manor could witness the magic and wonder of the Toymaker's creations right before their very eyes, and witness it they did, each Friday night at 8 o'clock. Seemingly every person in the park would file into the pavilion and be dazzled by these amazing stringless marionettes performing stunts, exhibiting incredibly lifelike movements and personalities, and treating their audience to a stage show unlike any other. At the end of each performance, the Toymaker would take center stage, shake Charlie's hand, and together with their band of misfits, they would take a bow before a stunned and rapturously applauding audience. Just before he walked off stage, the Toymaker would give his trademark wink, which at this point had become synonymous with the Toymaker. Once again, however, after 11 years of never missing a performance, we now find ourselves on the night of the last showing of No Strings Attached here at Greenhill Manor. The combination of old age and declining health have conspired to force our Toymaker into retirement, but tonight promises to be a swan song unlike any other. It is Friday, the 29th of October, 1965, and as Carl Ellersby stands just off stage awaiting the show's introduction, he finds himself remembering that night over a decade ago, as he and the Toymaker had excitedly designed No Strings Attached on the back of napkins. The light in the Toymaker's eyes was infectious, but it was a simple request he had made to Ellersby that the wealthy businessman would never forget. "Carl," the Toymaker had said, "you must promise me that under no circumstances at any point in our partnership may you ask me how I'm able to animate these marionettes without strings." That night, Carl made that promise, and in 11 years, he had never once broken his word to the Toymaker. Besides, as a true fan of the Toymaker, it was better this way. Perhaps if he knew the secret, if he had known the secret, it would have ruined his enjoyment of the show. One thing that Ellersby had always found odd, however, was the affinity that the Toymaker had shown toward Charlie. Perhaps even stranger was how this artificial object seemed to revere the Toymaker while they were together on stage. It really seemed to be alive and, well, emoting. Does this unnatural relationship reveal an insanity within the Toymaker? Is there something even more unnatural, perhaps something even supernatural taking place? These, dear listeners, are questions I'll let you ponder as we, including Carl and thousands of the Toymaker's other fans, enjoy this final performance of No Strings Attached.